Have you ever wondered how raw rock hidden deep under the earth turns into a shiny, pure gold brick? It is a long journey, full of giant machines, heavy explosives, and high-tech chemistry. In this video, we will walk through the entire process, step by step, from the moment miners strike gold underground to the final stamp on a pure gold bar. Let's get started! Before any digging starts, geologists must find gold deposits under the ground. Engineers collect soil and rock samples. They also use special ground radar to scan deep into the earth. Once they spot a gold vein, they use diamond-tipped drills. These drills cut deep into the rock and pull out long cylinder samples. Scientists test these samples to count how many grams of gold exist in every ton of rock.
If there is enough gold, mining begins. Miners use two main methods. First is open pit mining. This is used when gold is close to the surface. Miners use explosives to blast away top layers of rock.
Blast sequence initiated. All clear confirmed, Supervisor.
Giant hydraulic shovels then scoop up the broken rock and load it into massive trucks. A single truck can carry up to 400 tons of rock in just one trip. Second is underground mining. This is used when gold veins run deep inside mountains or miles underground. Miners blast long horizontal tunnels. Heavy televators then lift the raw rock up to the surface.
Yeah, the mesh looks secure up here. Tell the operator to keep going slow.
Raw mined ore contains mostly useless rock and only tiny specks of gold. Now, the ore travels to the processing mill. First, the rock goes into giant steel crushers called jaw crushers. These smash large boulders into small gravel-sized rocks. Next, the gravel moves into giant rotating steel drums called ball mills. Steel balls inside the drum roll around with water, grinding the gravel into a fine, flour-like mud called slurry. Next is gravity separation. The slurry flows over vibrating tables. Because gold is very heavy, large gold particles sink to the bottom right away and are collected. For microscopic gold particles, the liquid mud is pumped into giant leaching tanks. Workers add a diluted solution of sodium cyanide and oxygen. The cyanide dissolves the microscopic gold, turning it into a clear liquid chemical solution. To separate the dissolved gold from the liquid, activated charcoal, made from coconut shells, is added to the tank. The gold clings to the charcoal surface. The charcoal is filtered out, and a hot chemical wash strips the gold off the charcoal into a liquid bath. Next, an electric current passes through the liquid in an electroplating tank. The gold attaches itself to steel wool pads. The gold-coated steel wool is mixed with chemical powders and placed into a furnace heated to 1200 degrees Celsius. Impurities float to the top as slag and are removed. The molten metal is poured into molds to make a doré bar. This first bar is roughly 60 to 90% gold, mixed with silver and copper. It is not pure gold yet. Doré bars are shipped under heavy security to high-tech precious metal refineries. The first step is the Miller process. The doré bar is melted down inside a furnace. chlorine gas is blown directly into the liquid gold. Impurities like silver and copper react with the gas and float to the top as solid waste. Gold does not react with chlorine, so it remains behind at 99.5% purity. For investment gold bars, 99.5% is not pure enough. It must reach 99.99% purity. To do this, refineries use the Woolwill process. The 99.5% gold is cast into solid plates called anodes and placed into an acid bath. A strong electric current is turned on. Gold dissolves from the plate, moves through the liquid, and deposits onto pure gold sheets at the cathode. All leftover impurities drop to the bottom as waste. What remains are pure gold crystals that are 99.99% pure, fine gold. Now comes the final stage, casting commercial gold bricks. Pure gold crystals are loaded into a clean induction furnace and heated to 1064 degrees Celsius until fully liquid. Robotic arms pour the glowing yellow liquid gold into graphite molds. The bar cools for a few seconds, turning solid red, and is then dunked into a cold water bath to cool down rapidly. The bar is then washed, cleaned, and dried. Before leaving the factory, each bar is tested using X-ray machines to confirm 999.9 purity. Finally, a hydraulic press stamps important details onto the front of the brick. The refinery logo, the exact weight, such as 1 kilogram or 400 ounces, the 999.9 fine gold mark, a unique serial number to prevent counterfeiting. Small gold bars are sealed in plastic cards, while large bullion bricks are weighed and packed for central bank vaults. And that is how deep underground rocks are transformed into pure, beautiful 24-karat gold bricks. If you enjoyed this step-by-step breakdown, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more amazing manufacturing stories. Thanks for watching.